What is up? It is Wednesday,
Yes.
February 15th, 3 days after the big game. One hell of a game. And yes, Derpy, you are absolutely right. Hello. That was a great game. It really was.
It might be
in
the
that
best game I remember. I cannot remember a full game being this good, back and forth. And honestly, I believed if Jalen Hurts had a chance, he was going to take that team down and kick a field goal to tie the game. He was going to
yes,
make it happen no matter what.
yes. I know you and I were happy at one point because we thought we just won like a massive amount of money. But the time didn't meet from what the actual bet was, because I was like, bro, we just won like $100 and something off of a kick. And you're like, I got that one too. I was like, okay, all right, hell yeah. And then the time they had enough time to play one play. I was like, damn.
The
So
last
close.
play was supposed to be a kick, and I could not believe. I double played it. So I did last play being a game-winning field goal, and then I had it as the last score was going to be a field goal. But the last play being the field goal was like 10-1, and then the last score being the field goal was like 5-1. So
Yeah.
I was like, why is it not winning? And then I realized the kickoff.
Yeah. It was a game-winning walk-off was the key word. Walk-off field goal to end the game. But there was a play afterwards which eliminates that. Thank you, DraftKings, for playing with my emotions.
How did you do overall? So I think I made 9 bets and I hit 6 of them. I only missed the Mahomes passing yards. I missed that one. I missed Miles Sanders screwed me with one of them.
I didn't do that one. I didn't do that.
And then the last one, the last field goal walk off. So 3 I missed. I had 6 though.
I had a weird feeling about that Sanders one that I'm like, nah, I didn't.
He was the only one that screwed me. It was a parlay. So it was Sanders. It was what's the other running back? Scott and
Gainwell.
Gainwell, yeah, Gainwell. Yeah. Gainwell and Scott both good.
And Miles then Sanders was just nowhere to be.
I don't understand what happened.
Why does Philly do this? Why? You have one of the best running backs in the league. I swear, like, I don't know why they do this. You have legitimately one of the best running backs in the league, and you guys don't use him to his full potential. I trust me, I hate it because we are a Dynasty show. This is what we do. We talk about Dynasty all year long. I am a Miles Sanders owner.
Yes.
And it's frustrating when you have someone that elite, but they're on the wrong team.
Dude, he will have one game, he will have 3 touchdowns, 120 yards rushing, 80 yards receiving. The next game, he'll have 4 receptions for 4 yards and like six rushing attempts for nothing. I'm like, what happens? Why do you do this to me, guys? Come on.
Yeah. Until Patrick Mahomes' pet zebras previously owned by Brady's interfered. And
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
So, I mean, look.
So I don't like the fact that they called the holding. But what did it really change? The only thing it really changed was not allowing Jalen Hurts to get down there at the end of the game to kick another field goal. But it was holding, though. It is holding.
Yeah, but there was a lot more than a lot. Look, what I'm tired of hearing is
what about the fumble? What about the fumble? Miles Sanders, that's a catch. He just didn't make a football. In every other world, that's a catch, 2 feet down, fumble, touchdown for the other team.
Yes, there was so many calls that they could have done differently. You say what you want to say about the refs. Look, the Eagles defensively lost it. It didn't even matter how. Defensively, the Eagles lost it. You literally, in history, let Kadarius Toney take a punt that back. Was it 80 yards?
Yeah, it was all the way to the 10-yard line. Like, it was ridiculous how, and it
That right
wasn't
there.
even. It was just a bad. They weren't planning. They weren't paying attention.
Nope.
They thought he was going to run right into the line, and he said, "Nope, I'm going to take it over here." And then they can't defend the whip route. Like,
No, and they
is
played
this new?
the same play on opposite side with Sky Moore and both Kadarius. So look, defensively, you say what you want to say about the refs. Defensively, they still lost it.
Yep.
Regardless of what refs did or what they called, defensively, Eagles lost it. And I don't feel bad. It is what it is.
Well,
But
one thing I would say is Jalen Hurts played well enough to win the Super Bowl. He might have outplayed Mahomes. Honestly, he might have. The difference is how much you include that fumble. But the 3 rushing touchdowns and that passing touchdown and what he was doing, he was eating them alive. Over 300 yards passing, he was doing everything. But Mahomes still won the game, and he was the one you could depend on.
Right. And yeah, longest point ever. Yeah, exactly. So,
it'd be nice to hear Mark say that.
Yeah, his computer's restarting. But look, the Eagles lost both their offensive and their defense coordinator. I think that hasn't happened in a while. It's been a while. I think the Cardinals, that happened to them, or was it the Falcons? The Falcons lost that.
Falcons definitely did. Yeah.
And yeah, I remember that we lost both offense and defensive coordinator. The players were still there the following year, and they went double-digit wins, but they just couldn't pull through. So the Eagles have a chance next season to pull through and do it again, but the problem is the scheme is going to be a lot more different, but yet the talent is still going to be the same. So
they have so many free agents. They have so many free agents. I worry about the Eagles.
It's at 65% right now.
All right.
So look, all right. Earlier you mentioned about that video. Look, when I put a hat on and a hoodie, I look a lot like smaller, I guess. I don't know. Younger, I guess. I don't know.
You look like you were like 22 years old. Like, I was like, what the hell?
Because my hair is not showing. But tell me this profile picture right here of Mark. Okay.
That had to be like 8 years ago.
I'm pretty sure that was. It might have been. That might have been 8 years. I don't know.
It doesn't look like
picture, Mark.
Doesn't look like you at all, Mark. Come on.
He has a beard and everything. He's had a beard for the last. Honestly, I can't even remember.
The only way you know how he looks without a beard is literally that picture. That's it.
Recently here in Arizona, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, went to a Cardinals game, and that was the last time he actually did not have a beard. Or he didn't have a beard. So hopefully Mark can get back on. We're just gonna not do the intro because we're already diving in, so screw it.
No, that's like
that was like, oh my, update it.
Oh, that's your best friend.
That's a whole nother human.
He should literally put the Mark Pillow as his profile picture. It looks better than what he has right now.
That's a whole nother human. Like, that's not the same guy.
He pulled a Captain America.
I was gonna say, is that the light blue Peter Piper manager shirt? Yeah, I have that. I used to have that shirt too. Yeah. He pulled a Captain America and had to grow a beard. Yeah, he did. What's up, Donnie?
He's the nomad. Hey, congratulations on scoring those touchdowns.
Yeah, good game on Sunday, man.
Good job.
Good punt return.
That punt return was amazing.
Good touchdown. Good job all around. You did a fantastic job. But that was the day you were Kadarius, and today you're Kadani. So
you're back to being Kadani. But you were my MVP on Sunday.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, man. Yeah. I remember that shirt. That's actually one of our favorite ones. I remember wearing that all the time. All right, so today we're gonna talk about the coaching. Do you really want to get into that or not really? It's up to you, man. Like, I don't.
I mean, it's interesting the fact that all these coaches. I mean, all the coaching openings are gone. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Go
I'm
ahead.
surprised Arizona is the one that surprised me. So you go for a defensive coordinator when you have Kyler Murray as your quarterback.
I
They
I
better
mean,
knock this OC out of the park. So I don't know what the hell they're doing.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Whatever they're gonna do, I don't know. But I mean, I've seen it where some of the OC kind of like takes over the offense. I mean, hopefully Kyler Murray grows more maturely and then starts to take care of the offense himself rather than relying and depending on the OC. But there was a video, and I don't know if I could. I don't know, but there's a video. He just got there to the facility. Kyler Murray was in the weight room, and he said, "What's up?" He dabbed him up and said, "Hey, well, how's it going? Whatever." They were both really excited, and he said, "Let's win." So I mean, they're both excited. Um, Jonathan Gannon, right? That's his
Yep,
name.
Cannon. Yeah.
So uh, I don't know how Braden feels about it. Hopefully, he's excited. I mean, I know he's probably okay because it's not Cliff Kingsbury. So
I
um,
mean, he did poorly in the Super Bowl, but because I feel like he totally got outcoached.
mhm.
Totally got outcoached. So it didn't look good. And then when you have a coach that doesn't do well in Super Bowl and then takes over a team, first thing I think is Matt Nagy. First thing I think
Okay,
about.
okay,
And I know it's on the defensive side, but I feel like sometimes that doesn't go well when you don't perform and then you go into a new team. The new team is gonna look at you like, man, with the side eye. But he needs a good offensive coordinator. So I'm hoping like someone like maybe Byron Leftwich or something like that can run an offense, take over an entire offensive side of the ball, can, can
right.
can go there and help this team out.
Okay. I mean, I still like it though. I still like the hire. I don't like. It's not like I'm totally down on it. I still like it. It's just different. So
And he
uh,
skyrocketed up the board.
I don't know. I don't know that one, Kadani. I'm pretty sure you can
Kadani,
Google that
that's
one.
exactly the same thing I thought when I heard his name. I never went to go Google it, but yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't. I'm not too
like,
sure. If you can Google it right now, let us know. Yeah, that'd be great. But no, I don't. I didn't. I didn't think about that until you actually asked me that right now. So yeah, that's so far what we have. Cardinals did that. Um, Derek Carr might land with the Saints. Sounds like we're not too sure. And you know what's crazy is because he's already a 4-year veteran, he doesn't have to actually wait till
yeah,
the
he
actual
didn't have
free
to
agency.
pass. Yeah, he didn't have to pass waivers at all.
Yeah, so he can sign freaking tomorrow.
So why do you think he decided to not get traded to the team?
Because if here's the thing, and here's what if I were Derek Carr, I would not want to get traded because they're gonna have to trade assets, draft picks that I know as a quarterback that I'm about to take care of. I don't want those draft picks to be gone because I would love to keep those draft picks there for us to utilize as my new team to use those draft picks in the upcoming draft or future draft picks. That's how I see it. Now, it could be other reasons, but
I
that's
I
that's
was
how I
thinking
see it.
it's the New Orleans Saints and they don't have money.
That
And
too.
he has $44 million guaranteed to him. Possibly he's thinking, all right, I'll take less money to go where I want to go, but I want to dictate how this contract goes. And we can structure the contract to be less money now. When the money comes off the books, I can make more money afterwards. Now, you can structure your contract in different ways. And I think he immediately makes that team better.
Hmm.
Immediately.
Okay. Uh,
Is he
he's
ready?
he's uh he's related to Ganondorf. Like actually, like hold on. Who's he?
Can
Who's
Ganondorf is from the Legend of Zelda.
That's why I was like, that doesn't.
That's the bad guy in every Zelda game.
that's what? Okay, all right. I'm thinking of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, he's in
Speaking of
it.
Super Smash Bros, we were gonna
Yeah.
mention that how everyone's making that
Well,
meme flying around.
when
Rihanna's
Brandon
babe.
first told me, he said Rich Gannon much. And I was like, wait, who?
Oh yeah, he said Rich Gannon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, old quarterback? He goes, oh wait, wrong person.
Oh my
How does
gosh.
Brady like? Is he happy with the coach? The change?
He said it's wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Even that's what he said. He said, wait and see. We'll see how it goes. But we do agree that obviously they got to get a good offensive coordinator to work with Kyler.
Okay.
But he said this is what they do. They alternate. They go defense.
I can
then
like
offense.
kind of.
They had Steve Wilkes. They had Steve.
Yeah.
They had Aaron, who's offensive. Then they brought in Steve Wilkes. Then they brought in Cliff. Then they brought in this guy. So he said they just alternate. That's what they do.
All right. So yeah, we're just. I don't know. I like got choppy pieces of it. Did you hear any of that?
I heard some of it. I heard enough of Mark what you were saying. Plus, I kind of knew he was going with it, but
I mean, I figured, but so yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I agree with Braden. Everything's just kind of new. It's just fresh. The season basically is like now transitioning to what we're gonna see in the new season. For sure. After this week, all the coaching staff and everything. And then March 2nd and 3rd through the 5th is the combine, and then literally a week after that
the league
is when free agency starts. Yes.
Yep.
So there's a lot of big dates coming up. So if you play Dynasty, this you kind of want to pay attention to all of it, just so you know what you could look for. So yeah.
Well, it's like the season started already. You're already making your plans. I have a notebook. Like I'm just joining your Dynasty league. I already have a notebook of things I need. I'm looking at. I'm looking at players I'm ranking. I have rookies that I'm ranking. Like if this person's around, you know, is this a second rounder, third rounder? Am I willing to go ahead draft it for this? Like you have to start doing your homework now, or you're going to be behind. That's just what it is.
That's exactly what you have to do. And that's what Dynasty's about. And that's why when I told you, I'm like, it's a different monster. And I was trying to tell Patty this as well. And I'm just trying to tell her the information what she's about to get into. And she immediately went to, do you not want me, or like kind of like hesitant, like if I wanted her in the league. I'm like, no, that has nothing to do with that. I just want to make sure you're aware of what's going on, because I don't want you being like in the unknown and in the shadows where everyone's already stripping the entire free agency and the whole draft, and you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she goes, do you have somebody in mind? I'm like, no, relax. So, but that's her always kind of pulling the trigger and jumping to conclusion where you just need to relax, chill, evaluate the situation. But she goes she goes like balls to the walls every time. So I love about it though. So look, Dynasty's kicking off as of probably next week. There's mock drafts already happening before the draft. I don't like typically doing that just because you don't know the landing spots. But it is kind of fun in a way. If you do your draft before the actual draft, you better hope you have some elite player that ends up in the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
no.
What if Bijan Robinson goes to Philadelphia? Yeah, you know, and then you're like, "What the hell, guys?" I want to draft him, but am I going to draft him second overall? No, probably not, because you don't know if he's going to play. Because that's just what Philadelphia does.
Yeah. There's rumors now that Dallas might actually pick up a running back. Just because Zeke is now kind of like, we all love Zeke, but the problem is there's a lot of tread on those on them wheels.
Oh, man. He's on the other side of that he's definitely
and he's now taking a pay cut. And one thing about Tony Pollard, I'm not looking forward to his production this year, because during the season, I remember they asked him, like, when Zeke was completely hurt, I remember they asked him, They interviewed him or whatever, how you feel, whatever went on, or how you feel about this game and whatnot. I was actually after the game, and he said he felt super tired in the third quarter. This man is not a 4-quarter down back. He's not. He just really isn't. And that's what worries me that
he's the anti-Zeke. Is he going to let this feed me? He's the exact opposite. Like, now take this back away, guys. Take this back away.
Tony Pollard needs somebody else there to run with him. He's not a full workhorse. And it's just the way it's going to be. He can't be. And if he does transition into that, by the time he actually becomes a full workhorse, it's going to be too late when he's already on the way down.
On the down slope. So, he's already on the down slope. He's already going down. And it makes perfect sense. Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys makes so much sense. I mean,
and I've seen that
media-wise.
Mm-hmm. Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys sounds like a perfect match when it comes like media. Yeah. But that's what Jerry Jones does. It wouldn't surprise me if Bijan ends up there. It would not surprise me.
It's a home run too. But what you do is you utilize Tony Pollard the best way, as a third down guy who comes in when he's healthy, and you work Bijan in. And then
I think they still use him 50-50.
It can't because you still got Zeke.
Be the goal line guy. Yeah, I think Zeke would be the goal line. I think Zeke gets
cut.
Wow. If they get Bijan, you think they cut?
I think they would want to. And they tag. I think they want to restructure his contract. And tag Pollard.
That's exactly it. So they're going to restructure Zeke's contract, but even restructure, that's still a lot of money. You got to pay a guy, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get Bijan Robinson. He is the truth that you might end up having to cut Zeke, and it's going to hurt Jerry to do it, but it's the right thing to do for the team.
Well, I know his dead cap went from like 20 million to like 1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it would be perfect for them because they wouldn't have to worry about the running situation anymore, and they could still utilize Tony the way they use him now, and still have him for another 2 seasons at the same level that he's playing now. Because, like I said, I don't think he's a 4-down back. I don't think he could carry that much on his back. Like, there's no way. He's already gassed at 13 carries.
If Bijan is what we think he could be, that he might take more from Pollard than you expect. Yeah. So that's why it might be good to go ahead and franchise him, and then Bijan is who you think he is, and then go ahead and let him go. Yeah. Honestly,
Pollard's also out, not on contract anymore, so we'll have to see how that goes.
They'll tag him. Yeah. They'll tag him, reconstruct Zeke to keep them both there. That's what I think they'll do. Who you might see out of Dallas is freaking what's his face, the tight end.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm talking about? Schultz.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Schultz.
I think he's done. I don't. They had to tag him again. They had to tag him last year for this year. I don't even know how we got into Cowboys, but we're here now, so we're talking about the Cowboys. Hey, look,
it's Cowboy show.
Dalton Schultz will not be there next year. I don't think they can afford him. And I think they can't tag him because they're going to tag Tony. And they obviously reconstructed Dak. So that Zeke and then CD's still on his original contract. So here's what's going to happen. I think Schultz gets the boot. And they just can't afford him. And their 2 young tight ends are pretty good, actually. They're not that bad.
You could do that, but you also – it's been such a down year for tight ends. So as a tight end, I don't think I could go and ask for a lot of money. So I feel like you might get him real cheap. Like, you're talking about like $7 million for Dalton Schultz.
Isn't it Jake Ferguson?
Yeah, Ferguson's one of them, but what's another guy?
No, Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson's the tight end for the Cowboys, right? Who's the other guy? No, I think Jake Ferguson can do it. Dalton Schultz is done. I think Jake Ferguson's going to step up. He's going to be the next dude there. He's that perfect tight end type. He's like 6'5", 250. He's a pass catcher. He's a block.
Hayden Hendershot is the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
he's not gonna outdo Jake.
Yeah, but you could do by committee too for a year, figure out if it's good enough. They have enough weapons that works out. So I mean, I think that's a smart way to save some money. That's
It
a
is,
really
and then
good
that's what I say.
idea.
I don't think, and if you're listening to this and you're in a dynasty league, I think if you're hurting for tight ends, I think Jake Ferguson is my first kind of go to. I'm just saying.
Kadani's funny.
We did that
Say
one.
cut Schultz and bring in Jake, but the Cowboy shirt next year tag for the. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna. No.
It's funny. I don't care.
No. 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 So yeah, that's what I think. What's going to happen with the Cowboys offensively? Now defensively, that's a whole nother monster, but we'll get into that. It's funny we bring up Bijan because we are going to start with Bijan next week. Right? Next week we're doing. What's up?
Brady be ready then. Yeah.
So I have that one since he has the 1 and 2 picks.
Yeah, we'll do Bijan Robinson and
Bijan next week.
Jahmyr Gibbs next week.
Okay.
That's what we'll do. We'll start off with Bijan and Gibbs. So, but today we're gonna finish off the receivers. Today we got Jordan Addison and Quentin Johnson.
Number 1 and number 2. Number
TCU
1 and number 2.
And Addison, USC. So, two different type of style players. I like them both. It depends on where they go and where they fit and how they can add to their teams. But they are two really good receivers, but they are totally different on the spectrum, guys. Like they are not the same. And I love this about them that they are not the same at all, but they
You know me.
contribute.
Give me the big body dude. I don't want the small guy. I don't want you can take the 5'11", 175 pounds. 175 pounds is I was 175 pounds when I was a sophomore in high school. I'm good.
You like Zay Flowers, don't you?
I worry about size always.
I get it, but you liked Zay Flowers, did you or did you not?
I've always liked Zay Flowers, but I don't like someone 5'10", 160 pounds.
So Jordan Addison. I'm just saying. Hold on. What is Slim Reaper at? Wasn't he about the same coming in?
Wait, he's taller.
Slim Reaper. Yeah, but size or height or I mean, body wise. No, he was 6 foot. He's the same as Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison is what 5? No, he's 6 feet. Okay.
Slim Reaper is 6 foot 170.
And I think he's a great number 2. I think he's a great number 2. I think he's a great number 2.
Okay, you can't say Addison won't be a great number 2.
Oh, I think my point is I don't know if he's a number 1. I can't give you my number 1 status.
Oh no, I'm not saying
as
any of these guys are number 1s right off the bat.
I think Quinn Johnson has a good chance to be a number 1.
Possibly, like if he honestly, if he ends up with the Lions, that'd be fantastic. Like,
that's horrible. Why would you hold your tongue? Oh my God.
Yeah, you imagine that receiving core though?
They would have
exactly.
so much
That's
talent.
Williamson.
That is why I think
if
Johnson was there,
or St. Brown.
Oh my!
It would be nuts. It would be nuts.
Quentin Johnson.
It would be honestly. That would be like having the Bengals. You have 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. That's just stupid.
Why not? Why not?
Because Detroit has Detroit. I can't believe that Detroit will be that good because they will have a chance to be something special with that. They really will.
Right? They were already like a top 5 offense last year.
Only thing you can do
without
is
Williams and without whoever they get.
Only thing you have to hope is that their QB comes back to earth. That's the only thing you can do because I mean, Jared Goff. I don't believe in Jared Goff no matter what.
I know you don't.
Just except for last year.
I think they roll with him next season though.
They have to.
I said the quarterback in this past. They're going to keep rolling with them. Said if they win games, they boom.
Yeah, but you don't count because you had Wentz.
You
like Carson Wentz, so you can't.
We said that during the season. You've been gone, so you probably didn't hear us, but we've said that. You can't argue with me, Mark, I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying that coming in this season, we're like, okay, well, they roll with them. I think the following year they roll with them again.
They have to.
And yeah, he did phenomenal.
Yep. They have this season. I mean, he literally had a Pro Bowl season. Like he's probably the second or third best quarterback in the NFC. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't take anything away from him. So you have to roll with him. And he's young. You gotta remember how young he is. Jared Goff is what, 29, 28?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. Yeah, he's still yeah. All right, so let's jump into our first receiver is Jordan Addison out of University of South Carolina or
California. USC.
Yeah, USC. So 6 foot 175. He needs to put on some weight. Right off the bat, I'm looking at this. He's 21 years old, and he's projected to go to the Packers. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting. So
I don't hate that. I mean, I don't like it, but I don't hate that. Makes sense.
Again, Jordan Addison was a 4-star recruit. He had kind of the option from Maryland, Notre Dame, South Carolina, and Virginia. But he went to Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yep.
Now I know this is not a Pittsburgh uniform. Like, well, what the hell? I'm watching USC. Well, he went to Pittsburgh. After Kenny Pickett got drafted, he decided to go to USC. And this is where we're at now, after the fact of, this is his production here in USC. So, but he was in Pittsburgh for a little bit. And he was, like, again, he's not. Like
okay,
separation,
so let's just understand. In Pittsburgh, in 2021, he won the Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver his sophomore year at Pittsburgh. So, like, he was already on everyone's. He was Marvin Harrison Jr. like last year. That's what he was already. And then he went to USC and had to play with a great quarterback with a great arm. And but exactly what you said. But his separation is interesting. Because you think of someone who runs a 4.39 40, he doesn't really separate crazily. He really, and he's a small guy, but he makes great routes. He runs unbelievable routes.
He's going to be a good weapon somewhere. I do believe that. Like I said, he's a very good receiver. He's just a different type of receiver. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a weapon somewhere, and I think he's going to be utilized. I think he's in my opinion, he's going to be that perfect balance to a number one. He will be a excellent number two, a excellent number three. And this is why if I see him somehow go to the Lions, my God, I think he's gonna fit just fine there with.
I feel like he's
Amon-Ra.
He is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is that guy. That's who he already is.
Amon-Ra's
he's the same size. He runs the same type of great route running. Got great heart. Great. But I think in a couple of years, this guy could be exactly that. What if I throw in a wild card for you and say Cincinnati?
Because Higgins is gone?
Because T. Higgins, I don't know if they can't afford. Eventually, he's going to have to be gone. He's going to have to be gone no matter what. Yeah. Because T. Higgins is a number one who could ask for $25 million and any team will give it to him. But if you turn around and get this guy and you have Jamar Chase on the other side and you have a quarterback with that type of arm,
I think he's going to be a really good slot or something like that.
Isn't the other receiver more like T?
Tyler Boyd?
No, Johnson.
Oh, Johnson. Oh, yeah.
He's more like
coming in this draft.
He's exactly like T. Higgins, but I'm saying.
So I would think you try to get him over.
Well, like you're
Quinn
talking
Johnson's
like JSN, because JSN's like basically like a juju, like a good slot as well. Like
No,
both these guys are probably going to be the ideal slots.
We're talking about today.
He's saying Quinn Johnson though, so he thinks because he's like T. Higgins
that the Bengals will try to go after him.
I just don't think they.
Yeah,
first of all, he wouldn't fall to them.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Johnson is probably a top 10 pick. He's probably going to be going at 8 or 9.
So they would have to
like
trade up to get him.
So they'll have to trade up to get him. So but it's possible to get to 18, 19. I could say 18 for Jordan Addison.
Yeah. So here's what I've noticed though. He's got 219 catches, receptions, right?
Yep.
When he was with Pittsburgh, he had 60 in 2020 and then 100 in 2021 and then dramatically dropped. Like there has been reports where he does have a bit of a hand issue. So other than that, the fact that he's really good, like he kind of he drops them. I mean, if you look here, it's 59 in the last season. It was only 59. But he made up for it in the separation at 875 yards. So still produces touchdowns and still making good plays. And like I said,
here's another, those small guys, they can't block well.
That's going to be a big thing in the NFL.
Because you talk about Detroit. Detroit does really good with screen passes. They have 2 great running backs that can catch screens, especially we got Swift. That's what you need to have a receiver that's going to be able to block. He's not good at blocking. This is just what he is. So
he's not top heavy.
Yeah, and you have Jameson Williams. So I mean, I just feel like with Jameson, why I don't think Detroit will want him.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying he's like no. I'm not saying you're not wrong.
But he's as I said, a good number 2. When you have a number 1 and this is your number 2, that works.
I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with that. Now, as for Dynasty, I feel like he's gonna be a good wide receiver 3, 4, something like that, like a good plug-in. Nobody I think that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I could throw this guy in my lineup every week.
No, but it's someone that I can see him. You drafting him. We're talking about draft wise. 3rd rounder, I could see.
I think it might be 2nd. I might be 2nd.
Maybe
depending on where it's at. Depending on
how deep your league is too.
His landing spot is going to definitely change where and how, and I still think he's going to end up in the 1st round just because of the receiver depth of this season.
Because he's number 2 no matter what. I like Jackson Smith and Jigba more. I like bigger size receivers. I feel like I would take a chance with someone bigger if I was drafting.
Okay. I mean, he's like you said, it's exactly kind of you said. He's not. You want someone bigger because physically, he can't do it now. Now, if he puts on 10, 20 pounds, it might change. But that's at the same time, he's got to get used to that new body. And how is he going to alter his speed? Like, is the separation going to be the same, or does he now become like a shorter Drake London? You know what I mean? That's something we will see in the next couple of seasons. Out of these rookies, like the receivers, to me, he's like my number 4.
Yep.
So I'm not saying he's not bad. I'm just saying he might be like my number 4. Detroit got Jamal Williams, and they're glad they got him because he's part of that Naruto clan. Yeah, of course. What was it? House of the. Help me out. Who is that? Somebody.
He said Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I knew one of you knew it.
Yeah. Here's my question. The leader of the Hidden Leaf Village is where they live.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Would you rather have Rashee Rice or Jordan Addison? And the reason I asked, so Rashee Rice, though he's SMU, all that stuff, but he's 6 feet tall, same height. He's 200 pounds. Does that change if Jordan Addison was 200 pounds and he's the same speed? Does that change what you think in the NFL where he could be?
I will still take Jordan Addison because Jordan, look, he's 21 years old.
That's true.
I still think he's young enough to once he gets to his physical training coach, I think they can pack on some weight. I think Jordan Addison becomes something his 3rd year. Like fantasy relevant 3rd year. This guy, I think you might want to taxi. But again, it's all about the landing spot where it is. And I don't want to say, I'm not big on that either, landing spot wise. But I need to see where he ends up at, because there's some players came in and I thought, man, they're gonna be a surefire thing, and it's like everybody and their mom loved Sky Moore. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna be anything. And look what happened. He wasn't.
And he wasn't anything.
Sky Moore
until
was
the Super Bowl,
nothing until last couple days ago.
Yep.
And
So
I think
right.
Jordan Addison falls in that category.
But he also reminds me, talking about, I said Marvin Harrison Jr., but Marvin Harrison is another guy who not big, good route runner, pretty good hands, doesn't take big hits. And if you were a great quarterback could make that guy special.
Mm-hmm.
So, I understand. It's just in the top 10, there's 7 guys under 6 feet or shorter. And that worries me. And like, I don't know if I won't want any of these guys to be my number one guy until I know for sure they're big enough to handle the NFL.
Yeah, that's how last year's receivers were.
Yeah,
they were all small, except for Trey Lance. So there's only a few of them that were like ideal size.
Yeah,
but we'll see. A lot of these guys surprise us. Devontae Smith was one of them.
Well, he was also won the Heisman. He wasn't just good.
Yeah, but this is also why he's called the Slim Reaper. So we'll see if Jordan Addison can make that transition. But yeah, other than that, I would take him over a lot of receivers in this coming draft. He has really good body control, and that's like he's not making like crazy moves where he's might fumble the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to catch it. Like traffic wise, it's gonna be difficult because he's not physical, but we'll see. That top, he's not top heavy. We'll see how it goes.
No, I agree. And seeing his combine, I want to see how good his hands really are. He'll be something I'll be interested to see.
That's
because I know he's gonna make unbelievable routes. He has great feet. He's great quickness, great speed. But want to see how good his hands really are. And if his hands are great, then maybe I will sneak back in. I think I could see him being taken 18, 16, 17, 18.
Okay. Not bad. All right. Next receiver, Quentin Johnson out of TCU. Everybody's favorite receiver coming in.
Yep.
Where is it at? There it is. Trying to get the damn video up. There we go. Quentin Johnson at TCU. So I don't know. Like, do you want to start anything off about him? Or
see, one thing, you look at his average. So though he only played 8 games in 2020, 2021, the guy always he's always been a good deep threat. This year he finally learned how to run some intermediate routes. He's big. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, 6'4", 212. Yeah.
Yep. And quarterbacks have a 102.5 quarterback rating when targeting him. That means he does not drop the ball. He gets you extra yards. He gives you yak. This guy playing where he played was a man amongst boys, and he showed why he could be that good. I have him in my top 6 overall. That's how good I feel like he could be. Yeah,
no, that's a good spot. I see him in the first 6 rounds of a rookie draft going. I mean, like not NFL, but like you're talking about Dynasty. So yeah, Dynasty. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's projected to go to Houston. So
that's 9.
Does that change? 12? Does that change for you?
I mean,
or do you still have him at 6?
Yeah, it depends on where they go. What they do at quarterback. If Houston goes to get someone like Garoppolo, or no, do they get? Oh my God. I don't know who's going to fall to them, because they can get any of these top quarterbacks, depending on who it is. That might be great to be able to get your quarterback and your number one receiver. And as much as I like the Jaguars, with that defense and having a good quarterback and a good receiver, they might make some noise.
Yeah.
And surprise everybody.
Yeah. I want to see where he goes. He is going to come in and easily be a number one right away.
Exactly.
Now, the only difference is he's going to be a leader, in which, we'll see. But I do believe how explosive he is and how fast he is. He's going to be a playmaker. He's going to come in and he will dominate right off the bat. And it's just like a lot of receivers, as a rookie, it might take, 6 weeks, maybe half the season. But I do believe he's going to have a really good career.
I think if he comes in with a quarterback and that quarterback looks at him and says, that's my guy, he's going to have a huge year. Huge year. But that's what you need as a receiver. You need a guy that believes in you. I love this. I love it. I love him. I love him going to Texas. I don't see him go past the Texans. I just don't see it. The only question I have is with the Texans, will they not go defense?
Situation.
Yeah, will they not go defense though? Well, I mean, they go quarterback number one, and we have a defensive head coach. Will they go defense after that?
Probably.
Just what they are. No matter how good they're.
I think right now that the Houston Texans are in such a bad situation that it doesn't really matter. I think they're just going to draft the best available because the team is so bad that it's just like pieces are just missing everywhere. That I think they're just going to get the best available. Might as well get yourself good 3 elite guys at the top of the draft and then figure out the key positions that you need.
I just
a little bit of him.
That fumble. Who?
Yeah, they just showed him fumbling. How you see the last guy's highlight a fumble?
That's terrible.
Let me put it back up. My bad.
That way.
But can you imagine getting C.J. Stroud and Quentin Johnson, and then going in now pick 33 if you don't trade it, then you get your defensive rush. I mean that could change a team immediately.
Oh,
I might not
dynamically, yes. Oh yeah.
You have a running back now. You have a running back. You have a receiver.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, they did that guy wrong on that one. I was like, wait a minute, he just lose the ball?
Yeah. So either way, like I said, let me pull these. So, Quentin Johnson, he's going to come in. He's going to be elite. He's going to be dominant. The only thing is the pass coverage a little bit. He kind of might be struggle with. But that's about it in the catching opportunities. And that might just be quarterback issues or whatever. They probably double
elite quarterback. Playing with an elite quarterback is going to change that. Only problem I have with him is that blocking. A guy who's that big cannot not be able to block. You're too big to not block. That's all heart. When you're 6'4", 215, whatever, that's all heart. So if they show that, if your team sees that you don't have a heart, they will not fight for you.
Yeah. So, and also, besides the blocking though, but even after the catch, he's still like he breaks away with some yardage. Like he's not like honestly like I still like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Falcons fan, but I don't think I saw a rookie come in as good as Drake London, just shedding off so many tackles, like so many. But this guy, I think, can. And they weren't showing a lot of it on that clip, but I think he can. Yards after the catch and the first tackle, he's always shedding. So we'll see. Depending on the scheme, if he ends up in Houston, it's going to suck. His first season, maybe. I think they'll figure out the quarterback situation. I don't think a team's going to be that bad for so long. Eventually, at some point, some organizations realize, okay, well, what are we doing wrong? We got to figure it out.
What if, just throwing it out there, Houston gets Will Levis and he's a bust, and then they get Quentin Johnson and he never does have that quarterback? That would be my fear, because the Texans are the one team I think Will Levis should not go to. because they could ruin him.
Wasn't Andre Johnson on the Texans, and he who was his quarterback? Carr?
Yeah, Carr, the other Carr.
They had Matt.
David. Wasn't David Carr and Matt Schaub?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, Schaub for a little bit. So it wasn't like the great, but yeah, he was one of the best to be there. So we'll see.
I was just thinking, when's the last time the Falcons didn't have a legit number one receiver? You have to go a long.
Well, I think Drake London is going to be fine.
I think
that didn't happen.
Oh, didn't. Okay.
London, then you had Rob.
Yeah,
I can't think of a time that the Falcons haven't had. Yeah, you're right.
For a good couple years, still like, God, they can't go back for the night.
Yeah, look, the Falcons are in a weird situation. I think Tyler Algier is going to be their running back. They choose. He's very impressive last season towards the back end of the half of the season, so I think he's going to be their guy. Pass catching, they're going to figure it out. I think they roll with Desmond Ridder another year. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they might get a quarterback. They might get a quarterback." I don't know.
I don't know. Lamar Jackson.
I think they believe in Ridder.
I've heard Lamar Jackson a lot.
I've heard that too, but I'm not going to say it, and I'm not going to put anything out there until I actually see it.
Dude.
Because Lamar is such a high caliber quarterback that
changes
anybody
everything.
Can get him.
I also heard where Lamar could go to Detroit too.
Go where?
Where?
You imagine Lamar in Detroit? Scary.
Ooh. Why would you say that? You know what? Why would you?
Speak it into existence.
I see Panthers.
That would hurt so bad.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to speak too much about Lamar just because I don't know what situation is going to be.
Yeah.
But let me get these through. Once again, Leon Sandcastle is still on the board. Hearing from Mike Mayock. I'm telling you, Taco Tuesday going to be great. Colts for the QB room for the Chipotle State. You just like to type random stuff, don't you?
I think so. I was reading.
Johnson gives the opposing DB poke. I saying Captain Insano show.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. Water boy.
Good done. But yeah, that's Quentin Johnson and Jordan Addison. Again, two really good receivers, but two completely different receivers. You pick your poison, and you pick what's going to fit best for what you have, NFL GMs.
Well, speaking of that, give us your top three, Martin. Who are your top three receivers? Yes. For you.
I'm going to say Quentin Johnson, number one.
Okay.
JSN, number two.
Yep, me too.
Zay Flowers over Jordan Addison. I don't care. He plays a lot bigger than what he is, man.
He has to because he's that small.
But he
give me Jalen Hyatt,
man.
Give me Jalen Hyatt. I'll take Hyatt over him. Quinn Johnson, JSN, and then give me Hyatt because that 4.29. You can't teach 4.29. And he's 6 feet tall.
No, you can't. But I think Zay Flowers has.
He's going to the Raiders.
He's the Raiders.
He's already a Raider. It's decided. I swear there's like a 10-year period where they're like, "You're the fastest combine, we're drafting you."
Yeah, it's exactly what happened.
The fastest 40, you're going to the Raiders.
Who do you have? Who's your top? Mark, who's your top receivers? Top three.
Well, I kind of missed some of them. I liked Keyshawn Butte from LSU.
Okay.
But obviously Quinn's gonna be number one, and then I'd say Butte, and then probably Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Really?
Well, only because I was so critical of Devontae Smith when he was coming out, and I feel like he's made it work. Just aren't actual catches.
But not as a number one.
People aren't calling the check against the Eagles.
But he's not a number one. That's why I keep thinking I don't see him as the number one.
Yeah, but I feel like, as Martin said, if he goes to the right system, being a number 2 could still be very productive for fantasy purposes.
You're 1,000% right.
Look, Devontae Smith and DJ Moore are two guys that showed me that short dudes can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Well, not just short dudes, but like skinny. Devontae
Yeah.
Smith showed me.
Yeah.
That's the one
I
thing
mean,
you can
I know
go back
DJ
to our
Moore has a
show.
lot more weight. Like that dude's a bowling
as he's
ball. Like,
thicker. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why
But-
I look.
but
I'm not by short.
Devontae Smith has proven a lot of us wrong.
Yep. That was our huge knock. We said, dude, you are way too skinny. You need to go to the weight room.
I remember
Put some weight
specifically
on.
saying that too. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't like him. He proved me wrong in the last 2 seasons. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna be the same going into the NFL.
Well, I don't think you're wrong. But what happened is he's now on a team where they're able to pull.
No, I was
tension
wrong.
away.
I'll admit it. I was completely wrong. I said it. I don't think Devontae Smith is gonna be any good in the NFL because he's too small. I said that.
If
I
he
remember
was the
saying
number
that.
1, I don't think he would be the same. I think because
True.
he's not the number
The
1,
AJ Brown
it changes.
experiment definitely changed his outlook. And this is how I feel like Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, Jalen, not Jalen. Well, yeah, well, he's kind of, he's
Like,
whatever.
I'm not saying
Those
I
guys
hate
are gonna,
all
they
these
get,
short
they need
guys.
a number 1.
I don't hate short guys because Odell Beckham Jr. is not tall, but he's a playmaker and he's thicker though. Like he can handle the rigors of an NFL season. Even he's been out injured. But I'm just saying I'd rather someone who's 200 pounds I can understand. But once you're talking about 170, to me, then year 3, unless you're a special talent, you're going to be a special teams guy or out of the league. So that's why Zay Flowers at his speed and his size just worries me. Nathaniel Dell, I can't go with someone who's 163
I don't like
pounds.
Nathaniel Dell. I'm sorry. I don't like him.
Josh Downs, I can't. 175 pounds, another problem for me.
As good as Nathaniel Dell did in Houston, I'm not impressed on what he can do at the next level. And I don't know if maybe the Senior Bowl, maybe I'm weighing too much of what I saw in the Senior Bowl for him, but it was just, I don't know if it's going to transition or not. But again, I've been wrong before. Like, I'm not saying I'm always right. Okay.
No,
like
none of us are. But I would rather take a swinger on Jonathan Mingo. I would rather go Jonathan Mingo and say, you know what, he's 6'2", he's a 4'4", 40.
He's like,
I would take him.
I'll draw the line.
I would take him as a second round guy and take my first round and get someone that I believe in, than go on these other guys. They're smaller guys that I don't know. I'm not sure about. I'd rather take a swinger, just whatever, whatever. I would rather get the bigger guy and see what happens. Cedric Tillman, he produced at Tennessee. I'd rather take someone who's a little bit bigger, is a little bit slower, but I would take that bigger guy than I would take these smaller guys.
I hope the Bears draft smaller guys.
Oh, they are. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm sure we're getting Zay Flowers. It's happening. It's going to piss me off to no end. And then he's going to be great, and I have to eat my words every week.
I know, that's what I was like. I hope they get him, and then I hope they're great, and they're going to root for him. You don't like the guy.
I'm not allowed. I won't be. He's the only jersey missing in my closet. Like, no, I can't.
I'm trying to see. All right, right off the bat, did you already kind of like memorize your team already, kind of off the pictures that I sent?
I know. I know quarterbacks. But receivers I've been looking at because I think I need to upgrade.
Do you know your receivers? I can tell you right now.
Tell me my receivers. Yeah, that'd be great.
Your receivers. I tried to get you guys in, but if Sleeper's not letting you, that kind of stuff. Your receivers right now, okay, it's not the best. It's not the greatest either. Okay. I'm going to start with the bench first, and I'm going to work my way up. Okay.
Okay.
First and foremost, receiver-wise, you're very thin. You only got 4 of them.
Ooh, what? Oh,
You're very thin. So I know you're a high pick. I think you're at 103,
yeah,
104.
I'm 103.
So whatever Braden does is gonna change your pick. I don't know what I really like. Whatever Braden does is gonna change what you do here as a receiver.
Anything that is besides the fact I have to go quarterback number 1. I have to. They're too old.
You either end up with CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
Yep. Okay. Exactly.
Not if Braden picks them up both. But I don't think he's going to pass up on Bijan.
That would piss me off because I could see him doing that, and I wouldn't be mad because it wouldn't be a bad move. It would just be like
Bijan. I'm telling you, nobody in the right mind would pass up on Bijan. I'm just saying. All right, so
I have running backs, and I'll still grab Bijan third, even if I need a quarterback.
You're kind of thin at running back too, my friend. I'm interested in what you do. All right, here's your receivers. Ready? Right. Tyler Boyd is probably your worst, maybe third, tied for third. Okay. Your third, in my opinion, would be either freaking Johnson, Deontay Johnson.
Okay.
Or Mooney.
Wow.
And your number 1 receiver is Garrett Wilson.
Ooh. Yeah, I need
What's
a receiver.
What's wrong with Garrett Wilson?
Because you don't know if you can depend on him yet. Because once again, who's throwing the damn ball?
Yeah,
But understand this: if Aaron Rodgers goes out from his darkness retreat and goes to the Jets,
well, guess who has Aaron Rodgers?
I know who has Aaron Rodgers.
You have Aaron Rodgers.
I won't have to hate him.
Aaron Rodgers.
You have a stack potentially.
I won't even have to hate him ananymore. It would be so good.
Freaking the darkness to come out of the cave. And once I don't know, we'll see. Like, and this is look, guys,
I feel like it's Punxsutawney Phil. Like it's gonna be like Groundhog's Day. Like he's coming out, guys.
Yeah.
What is he gonna decide?
This is why I love Dynasty, because things can change in a single signage. Like just because of this, Brian might be in a good position to potentially like have a good stack with Wilson and Rodgers. This is the difference between Dynasty leagues and your typical redraft. I've been in redrafts where I've seen the guy draft the same exact player year in, year out, year in, year out. But then there's that 1 year where somebody memorizes, you know what? I'm going to be spiteful and I'm going to take him this season just to throw him off this year. You don't worry about that in Dynasty. Dynasty, you know your players. You keep your players. You figure out and you mold them. So like I said, whatever Braden does, if he goes quarterback, running back,
I'm going quarterback.
Or he goes running back, receiver,
I'm still going quarterback.
Or he trades.
So, or he trades, yeah. But
he's been getting offers.
I mean, I'm going to offer him something too. Shoot.
I know. I tried to get you guys in today. I really did, but Sleeper is being weird. And I told everyone that I was going to renew the league next week, the 21st. So I'm going to hold up my
Brisker.
Yep. He was literally sitting there at the end of last year, and I was like, "Oh, Brian's coming in. I'm just going to pick this guy up." I already had Humphreys and Hamilton and Curl.
That's all right. You're going to have to drop somebody. You got to drop somebody.
And then here's the thing: somebody might drop somebody good.
Yeah.
Just because they can't do it. I think 1 year it was the year that I knew I was gonna get Trey McBride or somebody. I had to drop Dallas Goedert. It was either Dallas Goedert or Michael Pittman. The hype of Matt Ryan and Michael Pittman was like, you're keeping Michael Pittman because Dallas Goedert has Jalen Hurts, who is still struggling.
And then all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts has the second best MVP league year.
But
I mean,
at the time,
but how would you know? But how would you have known?
Don't. This is what Dynasty does for you. You don't know. So if you're gonna contend, you kind of make moves that might hurt you. You might trade a first, you might trade a second, you might trade future first. You never know. But if you believe in the team that you think that you can contend for, you might make big moves, but you better win that year or the next following year, like something like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're interested in CJ Stroud for Justin Fields trade, we can go ahead and make that happen. CJ Stroud in the first, Justin Fields.
CJ Stroud, no? I don't even know where he's gonna be. I like Justin Fields.
You know I do.
Yeah, that's
I believe in him
Braden's
more.
biggest issue right now is because he's gotten some trade off, but he's like, I don't know if I want to accept these trades because I don't think they're going.
Exactly. That's hard.
Yeah,
That's the hardest thing. Can you trade without knowing what's going to happen?
Exactly.
Right? Exactly.
I think after the draft, when we finally figure out where these guys end up landing,
I think that's when you'll start seeing
in our league, May and June, the craziest freaking trades happen.
Well, you got people who don't care about the draft picks. You got people of the draft.
Yeah,
but it has to be somewhere in between. You have to be able to get some draft, get some youngsters, but you have to understand that you still need to have your team get built. Same time.
You don't see this in redraft leagues, guys. You don't. Like, it's football, 365, 24/7. I made some trades at 2 a.m. just cause. Why? Because, well, that's what it is. All right. So, anyways, look, Dynasty.
Future reference: if Martin sends you a trade, respond to him immediately.
No, Martin might think he's the only one waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning, and he'll get a response immediately back from me.
Oh, he will at the same time.
I'll be sitting there like, he'll respond immediately.
I know. You know what? I have a feeling you might be my new trade partner. You know how it's like you always find the Falcons and Cardinals and the Falcons and the Bears always kind of like
no matter
you
what.
see New England constantly with wait, hold on, not New England. Is it the Niners? No. There's always two teams that you always find.
Miami with the Niners a lot. Miami with
the Niners. But it's always the same trade partners that you know that they're gonna get. Honestly,
everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. Like, all right.
Like, I've given up on Mark's dad 100%. I can't. 100%. I've given him some bomb offers, and he just nope. Well,
that guy was saying he was going to take Aiden Hutchinson with the 1-1 pick last year. Yeah. I was like, you're not going to take Breece Hall. Oh, I'm good at running back. I was like, have you looked at your running backs? His running backs were Melvin Gordon, Dante Foreman, which towards the end of the year he got lucky because that guy went off.
Because he was the only one left.
And then Leonard Fournette. Those were his 3 running backs. And he's like, I'm good at running.
Well, he's going to be dropping both of those going into the draft this year.
And I was like, I think so.
Yeah,
like, I need defense. And I'm like, you can get Aiden Hutchinson in the second round, probably.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what that Dynasty is a whole different animal. Once Mark gets a good focused one of these days, maybe we'll
do our stuff.
We'll do a new video. As a matter of fact, I got a trader right here. It's a 12-team super flex. Okay. It's Lamar. Okay, for the 103, the 210, and Kirk Cousins.
Seems like a lot.
So
is it though?
Are you getting Lamar or you're?
Which side you taking? So
I would trade Lamar for that. I might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of want.
I might trade Lamar for that because
you're going to get
exactly.
You get the 2.
Exactly. Well, you got Cousins as for now, and then you're getting CJ Stroud or or Bryce Young, so you're getting another quarterback, another young guy that you can taxi for a year, knowing they can come back and be great, and you can drop Cousins, and then the 210 might get you someone like Miles Murphy, who might become the best pass rusher in this entire draft. So those are things that you can do. So I might take that, especially not knowing where he's going to play, and
Right.
knowing that Lamar's been hurt the last 2 seasons, the last 5 games of the year.
Yep. That was the one thing I was going to say. I was like,
Okay.
he hasn't played a whole year yet, and it seems to be getting worse each year.
Okay.
But you're getting younger. You're getting younger. You still got another quarterback. So it's a super flex, so that works that way. And with the 210, I mean, you can get all type of talent. There's so much talent in this draft, and
There is.
That's interesting.
How about this one? The 110 for J.K. Dobbins, straight up. 10 team, 1 quarterback.
If he threw, I'll probably want a 4th round or 2. If you give me the 110 and like a 4.8, I might go ahead and do that. Because
so you're keeping Dobbins.
Yeah, I'll keep Dobbins right now.
Okay. Mark?
I mean, it depends on how badly I need a running back, I guess. I mean,
just saying, if you're looking at this trade right now, do you think 110 is a good value for J.K. Dobbins?
Terrible. I think it's decent value.
Okay. I disagree. I think I don't think so. I keep with J.K. Dobbins. I don't think that 110 is good enough.
I don't think the tread is all off the tide of J.K. Dobbins right now. I think you're going to have another year or 2 of good productivity. So if I'm going to get that, if I'm going to give you something like that, I need something else to sweeten up the deal.
Exactly. I agree with you. Give me something a little bit more, and then J.K. Dobbins is yours.
Exactly. I was coming from the other perspective. If I give one, I was like, I would do that.
But I can see someone. I can see someone offering that, and me understanding. I'll have to ask for more, because you're thinking about the running back now this year and how they get older every single year. And J.K. Dobbins doesn't have a lot of tread going, and he might be in
and a 4th. 4th is on the side.
Yeah, that's why I'll need the first 10. Give me the 110 and like a 4.8. I need something a little bit more so I can go ahead and take a flyer on one of these running backs. I
agree with you, just in case it doesn't pan out. I agree with you.
That makes perfect sense now that I realize where the 4th pick, what side it's on. For some reason, I was thinking you wanted a 1st and a 4th for Dobbins.
It's funny you say that, Kadani. You want to notice? You want to see something? Who is the Bill Belichick in the group when it comes to trades? And the last 2 comments, I'm telling you, okay.
Yeah, we saw that.
Oh, you're talking about like overall? Well, you want to see something of us? Of us? Who's the Bill Belichick when it comes to trades? Me.
Yeah, Martin. He's the one trading for all the day draft picks.
100%. Why? And look, do your job. That is my Bill Belichick Grinch logo right there. 100%. It's funny that you say that, Kadani, because I am the Bill Belichick when it comes to trades. I will somehow make maneuvers to make it happen, but if I'm comfortable with them like I think last year was my least traded. Actually, no, I lied. I did give up DeForest Buckner for Isaiah Simmons, and it was actually, it panned out for me. But I had to get rid of a really good lineman. So I feel like I'm watching Mad TV with Key and Peele to do deal. Look, man, it's Dynasty.
That's what draft is. This is what you do in Dynasty. You have to figure out what you want, what you're willing to give, and then you're looking in the draft and saying like, I'm looking at Eric Gray. He might be the 10th ranked running back, right? But if he goes to the right team, he could be someone I want to draft right away because he's playing at Oklahoma. He's strong. He's a big physical runner. He gets the ball. He might become that workhorse. You really need to be thinking about those things down the line.
Mm-hmm. Works the opposite way too. Because I remember we were so high on Steven, and then he gets drafted by the Patriots, and we were like, "We're out."
Yeah, I was out, and you know what? I feel like I should have stuck to my guns because he was my favorite one.
In hindsight,
I should have, because I loved.
But Ramondre is great.
It took over a year for that to materialize, still though.
But if you were patient for a year with your running back, you just got you a number one, or RB2 for whatever, a fourth round, third round pick. It's like, wow.
Okay, I guess my dad has Ramondre Stevenson too. But
yeah. All right, so one more, and then we'll go into Gridiron Heights. All right,
get lucky.
Sanders, Olave, Pittman.
Okay.
So you got a running back and two receivers.
Yep.
Two young receivers. Running back, not too old. Still got some good run him. Sanders, Olave.
Yeah.
For the 103 and DK Metcalf.
That's a hard one. Because I mean, I don't know the QB situation at all. I mean, I think it's going to stay, but we don't.
If you need a QB, you're probably doing this, right? Because you're getting a DK Metcalf who's going to be good next year still, because obviously we saw what Seattle is, and DK is going to be good for. We're talking about he's good 3, 4, 5 years. DK already signed his contract. He's going to be good. And then the 103, we're talking about you getting CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, something like that. Yeah, I can see you doing that, especially if you're a little short at quarterback. Now, if you're good at quarterback,
what's you taking?
I'll take the 103 and DK. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Miles Sanders is good. I love Miles Sanders. I really do. But my thing with Miles Sanders is he's going to eventually. I mean, he's with the Eagles, and he's going to eventually run out of time, and he's going to end up being on another team. I really believe next year he's going to be on another team. I don't think he's going to be an Eagles just in 1 year. He's not going to be that. At least he won't be their feature back.
Right.
He
might get traded next year or something. Who knows?
Olave might be really good, but is he DK Metcalf good? Even with Derek Carr there,
their quarterback situation.
Well, it might be Derek Carr, but he might make them better. So it makes sense for the trade, but this is not enough for me to be on that side. So I'm definitely the DK side.
Okay.
But it's not a bad trade. It's not like this is not a lopsided trade.
No,
but I will want.
It's a fairly even trade.
But I would want the 103. I'll keep the 103 because I mean, even if it wasn't quarterback, I want to get a running back. Bijan Robinson might be there at 103. Like I would rather have the younger running back than Miles Sanders.
Mark.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the. I was a little hesitant with DK, but I think you're right. Right, DK saw 5 solid years. Seattle seems to be the Drew Lock could be the quarterback. I think DK will probably still be good.
Yeah,
you might be right.
I'm just saying. I don't.
That's not bad. Not bad.
The 3 and DK.
Yeah.
Okay. All three of us agree. I never said but anything, but I agree with that. As much as I love Michael Pittman, and I think Chris Olave is going to be something special too. I think that the 103 can actually be spent on something that to kind of the 103 is good in this year's draft.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So I think I'll take the 103, the DK Metcalf. All right. Cool. Get some trades down. Dynasty talk. Let's get with the Gridiron Heights reaction video, and we'll call it a night.
Is this the last Gridiron Heights?
It has to be, right?
I don't know. No, I think they do some during the
some
draft and the
ones
combine.
before,
They do some during the big
combine.
days.
I can see a combine one. Yeah.
It really depends on the artist, to be honest. Like if they feel like drawing up anything.
This is gonna be so good. I feel like this is gonna be good. I have a feeling. No matter, I feel like we're gonna get Aaron Rodgers in dark. I think we're gonna get Tom Brady walking away. Yeah, Tom Brady walking away. I think Andy Reid's gonna be eating cheeseburgers. Like we're gonna get some.
Hey, who called Andy Reid getting a cheeseburger? He got a cheeseburger in the locker room.
I think he had a platter of them sitting in his office. He's ready to go.
Well, someone presented him one.
That was Brian.
I was like, that's funny. Yeah,
so this one, This one is called "Who Writes the NFL Script?" So, Andy Reid right here, and he says, "I did it. I finally did it."
Kadarius Tony. No, like the ones they scored on. They're called the corn dog.
It's called corn dog.
Yeah, there's a play.
It's called corn dog. It's called corn
Yeah,
dog.
the play that they scored the 2 touchdowns on was called corn dog.
Yep.
That's what Braid was saying.
That's the whip route that they could not seem to go.
Yeah,
defend.
both him and Sky Moore. All right, let's do this.
Did it! I finally did it! Andrew Reid won a Super Bowl for the Farm Easy Sport.
I'm telling you all, this has happened before.
Andrew Reid won a Super Bowl. Okay, time for that darkness retreat.
We are stuck in a script of a show that just keeps repeating itself, and its name is. You're stuck in a script.
I was want to see what that victory cigar.
Humidor.
Humidor.
Of a show that just keeps repeating itself. And
Property of Pat Mahomes Sr. I get it now. Wow.
its name is. I wish I could see things clearly.
Try this. It's a
What the
little.
hell? Where was he? The offseason lounge. Show your franchise tag for 10% off.
I like that.
Stupid.
Wish I could see things clearly.
Try this. It's a little untraditional.
Say no more.
Of course, he drinks his.
Say no more. I'm all about untraditional.
Pina Malata.
Guess I'll go down the Jets with my Wrangler jeans.
What the heck?
Whoa.
Well, went from Fitzpatrick to who?
What's he smoking?
Who did he change to?
Well, guess
Well,
I'll go
Aaron
down the
Rodgers
Jets
turned to
with my
Brett Favre.
And then who's that?
So Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Who did
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick? Yeah, that.
Wasn't he like a backup for the Bengals? This is like his whole career? Pretty much?
No, he was a starter everywhere. He never played for the Bengals, I don't think.
Or not a starter. It was Fitzpatrick?
Not Fitzpatrick. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick is started everywhere. He went.
Not Fitzpatrick, but the other Fitz. Fitz wasn't it Fitz?
Fitzsimmons.
No, Fitz.
Yeah, maybe. In the 90s.
Wrangler jeans.
Whoa, some drink.
What's he smoking? Huh?
Expired
Cutler.
Gatorade from when I was.
Expired Gatorade.
That was Fitzpatrick.
That's
That's
Ramarade.
That's Fitzpatrick along with Jay Cutler smoking a cigarette because that's what he's always doing.
It says Ramarade will never leave St. Louis.
Oh.
In St. Louis.
Back to work. JK, maybe this year I'll go back to work. LOL. Is it always like this?
B.O.B.
Andrew Luck.
Will you be my OC?
Andrew Luck. That was Andrew Luck.
Wow. Mac Jones, Tom's, Edelman's Warehouse, Jacoby Myers.
Hey, Myers.
Whoa. Can't wait. Definitely play football this year.
Stephon Diggs is disgruntled.
Finally, one of my conspiracy theories is true. Welcome. Remember to dress up as your. They're reusing scripts. We already did a whole Brady thing.
Oh, yeah.
We're not trapped. Next year will be the Bills' year. 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 Oh my gosh, he's right. Wait, where's Aaron? People will come looking for me if I miss McAfee. Whoa, secret. Wait, where's Aaron?
2003 Brady retirement bash.
It's just, I bet they crossed it out.
Gosh, bro.
People will come looking for me if I miss McAfee. Whoa, secret door. Aaron. Next year will be the Bills' year. Oh my, I miss McAfee. Whoa.
Emergency
What's
exit,
that?
no reentry unless you want to. Tom. Isn't this freaking
Truman Show.
Yeah.
Oh, secret door. Aaron, I'm so sorry I left you. I don't know. It wasn't your fault.
It's next year.
Last script of the season. Refs let Chiefs win. Rodgers sits in bar. Aaron Rodgers, Jets, Raiders, or Packers. Let's have a recruiting montage.
Your scripts. Saquon joins the Chiefs. Okay, don't hate that one.
Hello, I am the scriptwriter. Decide which storylines are epic enough to happen.
But free will. Why are you repeating everything?
OMG, spectacular catch, Devontae. The thing is, people only want the same 6 scripts. Chiefs good, Rams bad. Chargers lost in a weird way.
But we want to win.
Then press the fire emoji. Destroy the next 100 years of football scripts. Choose chaos. That is, if you think that's what people really want.
You script writers.
Timeout. I like the routine. I underperform one year, I overperform the next, I get paid repeat.
But Kurt, don't you want to win?
I'm not sure I can.
You
So
know,
stupid. Oh, it would be Kirk Cousins for that.
Underperform, overperform. I get paid.
Get paid.
It's a repeat.
I underperform one year, I overperform the next, I get paid repeat.
but Kurt, don't you want to win?
I'm not sure I can.
Do you know why I'm so confident?
The cigar?
Because you're really good at
Because
football?
you're super hot.
Because when the abyss stares at me, I stare at the back.
Kirk, I believe a lot of wacky things, but I have to believe any of us, even you, could win.
Deleting scripts for seasons 8 through 100.
All right. Not a lot of Easter eggs.
No.
It was kind of like straightforward.
Yeah, but seeing Andy Reid turn into Dragon Ball
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Trey Hendricks's Jin. Marcus Mark Davis. Don Julio's Jones. Mega Patron. Vaughn Renegade. Jesse Jameson. Just looking at they got back there.
I mean, Andrew Luck looks terrible.
Oh my gosh. Freaking
This is too good, man. Some of the stuff was pretty funny.
freaking Michael Thomas, man.
Can't wait to definitely play football this year.
Other than, I'm disgruntled.
Hey, what did I say? Oh no.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
There's a CMC back there rather than an AMC. A lot of these signs changed in the background, right? When he was thinking?
Yep.
There you go.
Every
Here you
year.
go. Here you go. Time's Yours. Space Clam, A New Legacy. AR's AR. Okay.
And a little bit.
LOL.
Lord
Zach
Lord
Taylor.
and Zach Taylor. Sunglasses Hut Hut. Payless Shoe Source. Yeah. Targeting. H&R Run Block. Football Hall of Very Good.
Whose picture is that? Whose picture is that?
Julian Edelman.
Oh wow.
SunTrust.
Like-
Yeah, Sub-Zero. Juju Lemon.
Bam.
The Mahomes Depot.
Bam.
All right.
B, will you be my... I finally did it. Andrew Reid won a Super Bowl. What a fun, easy sport.
I'm telling you all, this has happened before. Look,
Okay, time for that darkness retreat.
we are stuck in a script of a show that just keeps repeating itself, and its name is... I wish I could see things clearly.
Try this. It's a little untraditional.
Say no more. Well, guess
I'll go down the Jets with my Wrangler jeans.
Whoa, some drink.
What's he smoking, huh?
Expired Gatorade from when I was in St. Louis.
Back to work. JK, maybe this year I'll go back to work. LOL.
Is it always this? B.O.B., will you be my OC? Whoa.
Can't wait to definitely play football this year.
Stephon Diggs is disgruntled. Finally, one of my conspiracy theories is true.
Welcome. Remember to dress up as your...
They're reusing scripts. We already did a whole Brady thing.
Oh, yeah.
We're not trapped. Next year will be the Bills year. 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 Next year will be the Bills year.
Oh, my gosh, he's right. Wait, where's Aaron?
People will come look for me if I miss McAfee. Whoa, secret door.
There's a
Aaron,
post there.
I'm so sorry I left you.
I don't know.
Say what?
It wasn't your
There's a
fault.
post there. What were the signs?
It's too small to read. I'll try, but
McAfee. Whoa.
Yeah, I
If you
can't
go
see.
a little further back, it's zoomed in. Yeah, like
I
right
miss
here.
McAfee.
Hardwell Hills, Diamond Heights, Zamboni Bluffs, Pickleball Mansions, and Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
LAX Vegas.
Whoa, secret door.
Aaron, I'm sorry I left you. I don't know. It wasn't your fault.
It's next year's scripts. Saquon joins the Chiefs? Okay, don't hate that one.
Hello, I am the scriptwriter. I decide which storylines are epic enough to happen.
But free will. Why are you repeating everything?
OMG, spectacular catch, Devontae. The thing is, people only want the same 6 scripts. Chiefs good, Rams bad, Chargers lost in a weird way.
But we want to win.
Then press the fire emoji. Destroy the next 100 years of football scripts. Choose chaos. That is, if you think that's what people really want.
You script writers.
Time out. I like the routine. I underperform one year, I overperform the next, I get paid repeat.
But Kirk, don't you want to win?
I'm not sure I can.
Do you know why I'm so confident?
The cigar?
Because you're really good at
Because
football?
you're super hot.
Because when the abyss stares at me, I stare at the back.
Kirk, I believe a lot of wacky things, but I have to believe any of us, even you, could win.
Even you.
Deleting scripts for seasons 8 through 100.
All right, time to approve next year's scripts. What? Where are the scripts? Devontae and Aaron need to get back together. Clammy was supposed to come back in a big way. We were finally gonna do an Avengers Endgame parody. Every episode was gonna go so viral. Oh, the unknown! Anything can happen. Oh, God! What if the Lions are good?
What if the Lions are good? Did his mug say world's worst boss?
Oh my god.
I swear his
World's
mug said
world's most boss.
most boss.
Most balls.
Most. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Not bad.
It's a lot good.
Not bad. All right.
Ryan's like, here's come true.
Oh my god. Yeah. If Detroit doesn't Detroit next year, I don't know what to do. I don't know. But you know what?
Happy, man. Good for them. Good
No,
for them.
you know what? For 38 years, the Bears have been awful. So you know, if Detroit's going to knock Detroit, then the Bears need to not bear. Let's go.
Look, I've been watching football for a very long time. Like since my childhood. You know what my very first memory of football was? The Dallas Cowboys versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in Tempe.
Okay.
Tempe, Arizona.
1995.
Yes. That was my first real actual football experience. And since then, the boys have not made it past the playoffs to get in the Super Bowl.
So
it's almost been a whole it's been that long. So
yeah,
that's who I would like to see as well. But I don't think it's gonna happen next season.
My first
with the
introduction to football was when the Bills, who hasn't been back there since Washington.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to see.
I mean, yeah, I think the Bills, man, it's just the AFC is so stacked. I don't know. You really can't predict anything except that Mahomes is going to be in the AFC Championship game. Everything else is just up for grabs. No one knows what the hell is going to happen.
Right.
Mahomes is going to be there, but then who's going to face? Who knows? It could be anybody.
I feel like it's going to be Mahomes for the Bills or Bengals. Probably next 4 years.
I don't know because we don't. What if Deshaun gets better again?
Stupid. I'm sorry.
Next
year will the Bills year. Next year will be the Bills year. I'm sorry.
It was great because it was 4 years in a row, and then because they went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, and then Josh Allen doing it again.
That's Josh. Next year will the Bills year. Next year will the Bills year.
I think I went all the way back to Jim Kelly. Next year will be the Bills year.
Exactly.
Next year will be the Bills year. Next year will be the Bills year.
Hey, before we go close, I gotta say people are really disrespecting Josh Allen. I love Jalen Hurts, but people have Josh Allen out of their top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
No.
You got smoking.
Really? What?
Oh, that's nuts.
All over the place.
I cannot. No way.
Like
really.
you guys
that's
are crazy. You know what?
He
Hey,
does
I know everyone loves Joe Burrow, but for my money, I'll still take Josh Allen. Just saying. For my money, I'm still taking Josh Allen. I think Joe Burrow is lucky to have 2 number 1 receivers. When he doesn't have 2 number 1 receivers, and his running back gets old, which will happen very quickly. Like they get old.
Oh,
at a drop of a hat.
Mix is done.
He's on his last leg. I'm telling you, and things are going to change. And the Bengals are going to be back to the Bengals. And when you're depending on him, you're not able to run the ball all the time. All of a sudden, he gets hit and gets hurt. I'm just saying, give me Josh Allen. I will take him over him. Period.
You just brought up Joe Mixon, and I just thought of a lot of. Okay, I cannot wait till next week when we talk about. All right. Anyways, we're gonna continue with the rookies next week as we dive into the running backs. Closed off the receivers today. If you missed it, it's no worries. Just rewind it. But yeah, it was a good episode. Not bad. Kadani, thank you for coming in. Derpy, you came in for a little bit, and Tank, as always, you are the producer, the man. Thank you. And Mark, God damn it, quit being Minecraft. Fix yourself. Fix yourself, man.
I need a Minecraft, Mark.
Something. We need to do something, but we need to redo that video. If you can't, I don't know, man. It might just be me and Brian. And then you'll just be a picture.
We'll get Tank to come in and do it, and then pretend like it's Mark.
And say it was Mark. I love
it.
There you go. Yes, I like
the same anyway. So.
Yes. No. Hold on. We could do a voiceover.
Exactly.
And put Mark's voice into. I love it. Let's do it. All right. But yeah, hopefully Mark can fix his weird pixelized janky internet. So.
I think Brady right now is playing video games right now. That's what's going on.
I don't know. But anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. We will be back Sunday.
Yeah.
And we were going to talk about the awards, how we felt about certain awards. We're going to do our personal awards. I always like to bring my frequent flight miles and my pancakes ones as we make up our own. Those are the top 2 that I bring. Tank brings his own. I'm sure these guys can bring their own.
Oh, just wait, guys. Just wait.
Yeah, so that'll be Sunday. It'll be fun. Whatever kind of awards we decide to bring. And yeah. And then the following week, we are going to dive into our 2-part therapy sessions on Sundays. But we here on Dynasty Pod on Wednesdays, we're going to continue with the rookies all the way until we end with the defensive linemen. Next thing you know, by the time we are done, we should be done just in time for the NFL draft. Guys, it comes a lot sooner than what you actually think.
Man,
we're in February now.
It's April 26th, I think is the first one. Man.
Yeah. It comes fast. And next thing you know, we're talking about this is when all the redrafters come back out of the caves. Freaking redrafters. Get out of here. Redraft is too easy. All right, guys. Again, I'll see you guys Sunday as we do our award show. And Mark, Brian, anything else?
Just can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. This is when the real work happens and we get to enjoy all the greatness. I wanted to see who's going to win my Master of the Universe award Sunday. We'll see. Master of the Universe.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I wonder what kind of stat that is, but all right. That's interesting. I'm intrigued. All right. I'll see you guys Sunday, guys. Take it easy.
Getting hype when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.